Hello again, guys. It's Jim from PA Woodman's channel. We're back again today doing a short video. I have time to kill. I have a presentation to give to my daughter's class this afternoon on firefighting and safety, fire safety. So I thought I'd take time. What I'm doing right now, I'm planning on doing a 30-some mile hike next month on the Laurel Highlands Trail in Laurel Ridge State Park in south central Pennsylvania near the Ohio Powell State Park. The trail itself runs 70 miles. We probably would have planned to do the whole thing, but they have the bridge out now over the Pennsylvania Turnpike, so we're not able to do the whole hike. So that brings up what today's discussion is going to be, and that's going to be on preparing for the hike. What we've done is we went ahead online and we did some research on the park. We did find out that the bridge is out, so we know how far we can go. I printed out some maps. And I also have a list of all the shelters and the rules and regulations regarding the park. Also online, I was able to find out that I needed to reserve a shelter or a campsite. It's only places you're allowed to camp on the trail is the designated campsites, and you have to have reservations. It's like $4 a night. So it's 2 nights, that's $8. So got them reserved for 2 shelters. Also, I was able to find out that the shelters I'm staying at do not have any reliable water. The shelters, they have, I believe there's 5 Adirondack style shelters with fireplaces, which you'll see in my upcoming video when we get there. They all have 2 latrines, outhouses, and all the different pavilion sites, shelter sites have a well with running water. Well, the 2 shelters I'm located at, the DEP came in and shut down, the water was contaminated, and the other shelter had a stochastic failure at the actual wellhead, so it's going to be a while until they can fix that. So but looking at my maps, like my first night, I'm going to be not very far from a water source. I'll even cross over one to get there, and I'll have enough extra things like my platypus with me to gather extra water for the night, for cooking and everything. And then I'm looking at the map. I'll be near and crossing over several water sources until I get to my second shelter 12 miles down the path. Another thing I'm finding out from research as well as the map, my first shelter is only going to be a little over 6 miles away, which is good because there's a heck of a climb, and we're going to be worn out from that climb, so it's probably best that we're not hiking as far. My second shelter is 12 miles apart, and then following that day we'll be 12 miles from one of our cars, which we'll shuttle up to another location to get us back to Ohio Powell and on our way home. So that's the maps. I went ahead also and downloaded the same map onto my GPS. Just for some reason, if the blazes would not be marked in some places and we get disoriented, we can find our way. Found out also by the sheet that the blazes are going to be a yellow blaze for the Laurel Highlands Trails, with the exception of when I'm going to maybe a vista or to a shelter area, the designated shelter area, which will be marked blue. So, alright. Also in planning, I'm planning my meals. I don't have my breakfast laid out because it's pretty simple. It's either going to be oatmeal or instant grits. Snacks. I've been picking up here and there. I've already tried these Nature Valley sweet and salty nut. I have a variety pack here, pecan and peanut. Very, very good. Cheeses. I've been keeping these in the freezer. I bought them 2 weeks ago. They were on sale at Walmart, in the Super Walmart. I got them, put them in the freezer. I'll break down how many I need, put in a couple Ziploc bags for the days. Also, some trail mix. Somebody's walking by my window. They want to talk. Never had the Cliff Bars before, but I picked up an assortment of Cliff Bars at Walmart. They were like, I want to say 80 cents a piece. I've heard some good things, so I went ahead and picked them up. Some some Gatorade mix. I have my 1 liter jug I use to mix up my Gatorade in, so because I like something other than water all the time. Some coffee. I picked up another version of the Starbucks just to try, but this is the extra bold Italian roast of the Aviva. So, alright, we'll spin over. I still like my Taster's Choice. So, I was in one of my stores the other day, locally, and came across some Hormel Gino salami. They have hard salami as well as pepperoni. Something you could do during the day, have a nice sandwich along the way. I'll get some of those like pita breads. They have them in wheat and stuff like that. I'll try. So, some Miracle Whip for those packets. Alright. General dinners. Everyone's staples. Ramen you can have. When I do ramen, I like to add stuff. So I have a bunch of different sorted vegetables here. We have, let's spin this over here better so you can see. We have green beans. I have corn, sweet corn. I have peas. I have cauliflower. Doesn't look like it, I know. Spinach. I even have, this ain't a vegetable, but this is that foil packet of Tyson chicken. I went ahead and tried dehydrating some last night. Wanted to see how well this does. White button cap mushrooms. I have a mixed vegetable here. It's got the corn, the green beans, it's got carrots, it's got peas. So just something I can add to the ramen and give it some more substance and flavor. That's my vegetables. Other dinners can be what I just did last night. Believe it or not, some of you might get grossed out, but I did liver and onions. It turned out half decent. Some people thought it wouldn't be able to be done, but I did rehydrate it. I brought it to a boil, put the lid on it, sat it to the side for about 20 minutes. On a little bit of a chewy side, but I think if I would go ahead and fill this with some water and double Ziploc it in my pack on my way to my campsite, let's say an hour or so from my camping, that should be good and tender. But if not, it was still fine. And I figured I'd have that on top of some of my instant potato mixes. This is just Idaho potatoes. I go ahead and cut it in half from the main bag, and it took 2 cups for a full bag of water, so here's going to be just 1 cup. So I just marked it on here like this is butter and herb potatoes. That's a meal. Spanish rice. You've seen a lot of these already. I just laid them out so I can show you there's different ones I can go through and decide what I'm going to want. I'm only going to need 3 meals. Actually, probably only need 2, but I always like to pack an extra. We have chili here. So, venison stew. Another chili. This is my 3-bean chili. This is the hamburger gravel. Tomato sauce done in the leather. Different pastas. I like the twisted spirals pasta really well. I was in Walmart and they had tortellini. It was marked 14 to 16 minutes prep time, so what I did is I pre-cooked it and rehydrated it, hoping that cuts down the cooking time in half, if not less. If it doesn't, I'm just going to refrain from even pre-cooking it because it takes up a lot less space, a lot less weight with the small pack when it was originally dry. So, and last, just roasting a couple other people out, they didn't think it was good, was ham and bean soup. It's a ham with lima beans and navy beans, and I think there was, I can't remember the other bean, but it turned out really good. I like it. I'm just trying to come up with, home meals that you're used to at home that you'd want to have on there. I'm going to try a lasagna, cut it up really good. There's a bunch of different ones. I have a recipe book upstairs, so it's 1 pot meals, easy, simple. Alright guys, this is my way of I like to prepare for my upcoming trips. Only thing else different, only thing else I got to do is re-inspect my equipment. Make sure there's no tears, rips, or anything like that, which brings up a quick point. A lot of you may know or don't know, I subscribe to another fellow out there from Michigan. His username is, I just went brain dead. But it's Ryan, and, what is this username? I just went, Fix My Dock. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Ryan. Just having a brain fart this morning. But he did up a sewing kit, which I did the same thing here. Got assortment of needles, heavy-duty needles. Got some thimbles, put some string around, some safety pins, some locks. I want to throw some buttons in here. I want to find a, oh, help if I put it in frame. Like I said, thimbles, spools of thread, some needles, some locks, some safety pins. I want to throw some buttons in here and find a zipper repair kit and throw in there as well. That was a good idea by Fetch by Doc Ryan up in Michigan. We're supposed to get together hopefully in June and do a hike. So, but yeah, I'm going to go over all my gear, make sure there's no damage, make sure it's all, and do a list so I don't forget anything. So, all right, guys.